fish habitat includes coral reefs, kelp forests, bays, wetlands, and rivers. Fish need healthy habitat in order to reproduce, grow big, in order to feed and seek shelter. NQ Tropics partners with TropWATER to conduct electrofishing, and this helps us better understand the relationship between our fish populations and healthy habitat.
One of the objectives of this study is to identify the association between the different fish that we catch and the different vegetation that's in the riparian and in and around the snags or in the open water. Every time we see a fish, we've been taking a GPS waypoint so we know exactly where that fish is, and then we're going to couple that with drone aerial imagery and form an orthomosaic of the whole site, and we can overlay the vegetation within the vicinity of where we caught that fish, and we can develop those associations so that in the future, when we do come to a restoration project, we know if we want to see more of a particular species, we know what kind of vegetation that would be providing that habitat.
We'd like to see enough shading and stability along the bank. Your species of plants that are going to grow nice and tall and provide lots of shade are really important. And species that have a large root mass that hold the sediment, hold the banks together, prevent it from eroding. They're the kinds of species that we're looking for. So that's really important in North Queensland. We have very hot days. The water heats up and fish like to find those shady areas. That vegetation is very important. It provides shading, it cools the water down, which makes it more comfortable for fish to live. What it also does is it helps improve and protect the oxygen levels. Fish are like humans and they need oxygen to breathe. When oxygen's compromised, it's very low, fish aren't able to survive. This species is what we call an archer fish. Some people refer to them as a rifle fish. They swim along the surface of the water and they're looking for insects on the vegetation, and they'll spit water at the insect, knock the insect off the vegetation into the water column and then eat it really quickly. They love living along the fringing vegetation, so we talked about the importance of riparian vegetation and the streamside vegetation. Really important for holding insects, which these particular species are very, very specialised and highly skilled at catching.
You can have the physical habitat, but if the water isn't suitable, then your fish can't live there. So things that might be affecting that could be nutrients, so that can cause algal blooms. And there's also pesticide runoff and sediment. Where the water's clear, fish can usually graze those invertebrates a lot easier and their gills don't get clogged with sediment.
So threats include a decline in water quality, a loss in the extent and quality of fish habitat, as well as a loss in connection between our catchments. We tackle these threats by revegetating riparian zones within our catchment. We remove aquatic weed infestations, and we install fishways to improve connectivity. All of this is to improve the stocks of fish that we know and love.